This week on Foods with Flavor, we're going to be making real southern fried chicken tenders. Well, it's Super Bowl time, and I'm going to show you how to make something that the kids are going to love. We're going to be making a buttermilk southern fried chicken fingers. And what's great about this is, just because I'm making it for chicken fingers, you can make fried chicken with this. Also, make sure you check out the recipe, because I'm going to vary it a little bit and show you how to make some simple changes that will drastically change the outcome of the fried chicken. So hold on, and I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so we're starting out here with some smoked paprika. And so I'm just basically adding the spices here. And, this is something you can change up depending on preferred on your taste. So if you want to know exactly what I'm adding and how much here, go in the directions and look. Because I'm going to have a couple different varieties on this. So it's just not one set specific thing. It really kind of depends on what you want. And sometimes when I'm making this stuff, I add a little bit more or change it afterwards if it doesn't quite taste how I want it to. So here I'm taking 2 tablespoons of that mixture and I'm adding it to the chicken and I'm just mixing that up. And after I'm done, I'm going to add some hot sauce, all right? And so I'm just adding a little bit of hot sauce for this one. If you want it spicier, you can add a tremendous amount more of this. It gets diluted by the buttermilk. So it's not going to be as strong as you think it is. So here I'm adding the buttermilk and I'm just going to mix this up. And I literally let this marinate for 24 hours. The longer the better, all right? So it's going to add moisture to your chicken as you cook it and flavor as well. So here we have some all-purpose flour. And I'm adding some cornmeal actually. Some cornmeal is going to make this a little bit crunchier. And then I am adding baking powder and some garlic salt as well, because I didn't add garlic salt to the spice mixture, which I'm about to add. So now I'm adding the rest of those spices to this. I didn't add any salt because there's salt already in the spice mixture. All right. And so once I've mixed that up, now I'm just going to take the chicken and I've let it sit in rest for about 15 minutes, or actually about an hour, to kind of cool down the temperature. You don't want the chicken too cold. So I'm just kind of putting that in the flour mixture and rolling it around, packing it in. You want to coat it as well as you can. I'm just using a pizza pan here. You could use wax paper, whatever you want. Because after you've coated this, you need it to let it rest for like 15 minutes. And you'll see here it's going to change. It's going to absorb into it. You can actually save a little bit of this flour mixture after you've done all the chicken. And actually, this is what I did. You can see here it's a little bit wet. So I went back in and dusted it in the flour to coat it again. So when you cook chicken, I put 2 pieces in to kind of balance the temperature. Usually these first pieces will kind of burn a little bit. They get a little bit too hot. So I'll just put 2 pieces in. I'll cook those through, and it kind of helps even out the temperature in the oil. So they're not horrible. So you can see here it's just it actually is a little bit dark, but not horrible. So I'm just draining that grease. The trick here, do not put it on paper towels. It will get soggy. Use a rack like this. So here I'm just checking that temperature to make sure I'm in somewhere between 325 and 350. And you just go through the rest of the chicken. I usually cook about 4 at a time. And so I'm just draining that off, and I go through the process of cooking everything. And this is your finished product with a little barbecue sauce here. You could use whatever sauce you want, or you don't have to use any. So you can see it's a nice tender chicken tender. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on social media, and click on the link below to see a recommended video.